Okay,
You've got to move your way then, Ralph.
This camera is so far from us.
I know, right?
Because you guys take up so much room in the shot, you think the camera's close, but it's not.
It's not really at all.
Meme review!
Meme review! YouTube's favorite show!
Wow, Ethan, great move.
We have our very first guest on the Laymen casting couch.
Yes.
It's the Jez. Jez, do you want to make $200?
I was going to say, you've no idea what he has to do to...
I'm not at the beach, this is a bathtub.
I told you my rate was $250 an hour.
God damn it.
Guys, this is behind the scenes how unprofessional the Laymen are. I didn't know we were doing this video until 30 seconds ago.
Right.
I'm still
This
eating
is how it
banana
went.
bread.
This is how it went.
And
Half-eaten banana bread. Ralph's like, you want to do a video on Destiny Sound? I'm like, alright, cool.
And I'm like,
here we are a minute
we're doing
later.
it now? Rob's like, yeah, we're rolling. I'm like, okay.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
And we're doing it now.
The Destiny DLC comes out, what, about a month from now?
Mm-hmm.
Are you dying?
I'm already dead. And it's starting to heat up in terms of like trailers and news and information. The Jez is a Destiny streamer, full-time Destiny sellout.
Oh yeah.
And we're here to get his expert opinion on
hot
whether or
take.
not this DLC actually has a chance. Cool.
Is that the drop?
That's the drop. That's the drop. He was like, that's the drop, Jez.
I was like, we're pausing? What's happening? Okay, it was the drop.
Yeah, that's the drop.
Okay, first of all, I'm a YouTuber, not a streamer.
Oh well, I mean that's debatable. When you only upload once every 3 months, are you actually a YouTuber at that point?
I walked into it.
That's a question.
I
you know
hate
what I mean?
myself.
But just the Jez here, he's a very good friend of the channel. We've had him on in the past, talking about Destiny actually. I think you're actually one of our first guests we ever had on the Laymen. Was it the first guest?
I believe
think
so.
it was.
Yeah, so it was.
It was.
It's the first and only guest, actually, we've had, apart from Thick Boy.
You've had Thick Boy.
And Big Boy Young.
And Young.
Oh, yes, and
that's
Young,
right,
of course.
E3.
How can we forget?
Jez and I have been coming up through YouTube together. We both sort of started at similar times, and our channels have kind of grown at the same rate. Jez actually just passed 300,000 subs on YouTube, so
Oh, yeah.
well done, Jez.
Yay, numbers.
And yeah, obviously he's had a really big focus on Destiny. And it's first of all, I just want to ask, like, how's it been this cycle with Destiny 2, given the way that the community's moved away from it, given the reception? How have you found that on your own channels?
Come back! Come back!
The viewership in the lull in between moments has been down.
Okay.
But there's just, I don't know, Bungie has this way of drip feeding news and drip feeding, for example, the mission that just came out a week ago, enough for me to, for people to be interested.
Am I interested? I'm not really interested. Should I play like I'm interested, but I'm not that interested? But do I want to be interested? And all of a sudden I'm starting to get interested.
If you do a Destiny video,
Yes.
do you find people are really angry and they're like, fuck off with the shit, we don't want to hear about this anymore? Or do you feel like they're like, yes, thank you, we're enjoying Destiny, thank you?
I was just gonna say, but like your content's so lighthearted. Like,
Yeah.
I think the people that would be in trouble are like the super serious Destiny people that like, hey guys, we're gonna tell you like the new improvements this week or this. You're just like, yeah, I'm gonna play some fucking Destiny and pay it out for the next 10 minutes. So I think that kind of content will always be okay. What do you know?
The community has really embraced the Destiny meme, essentially.
My density has brought me to you.
What?
Oh, what I meant to say was...
Destiny 2 fucking sucks.
So like even my comments, 5% is the why you're still playing this dead
Right.
game.
Burning it down.
What's the matter?
I'm dying.
What is it?
I'm dying.
Should I call an ambulance?
No, not now. Not tonight. I mean, eventually.
But like, are they just memeing? I don't actually know.
Sure, it's hard to tell.
It's hard to
Yeah,
tell.
it
So
is
in
hard
terms
to
of
tell.
genuine toxicity, it's very low, less than 5%.
Okay, right. So now we're a month away from the DLC. The Forsaken drops on September 4th.
Yes.
So it's a little bit over a month. Let's talk about what happened recently with the release of the Whisper of the Worm quest. So if anyone doesn't know, do you want to explain what that was?
It was a quest, a secret quest that went live for a few days, and essentially I mean, what is it? You wait for a public event.
Have you done the quest?
Done the quest.
Do you know what the quest is?
I'm like, how do I...
We should have checked this first.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
How do I succinctly summarize this thing for someone who hasn't played Destiny? It's a quest that went live. It's a very hard 20-minute mission. You only have 20 minutes to do it, and you've got to kill a bunch of really tough enemies, and you get an awesome sniper rifle.
He had actually issues there because he's so used to making one particular point over 10 minutes, 10 minutes and 1 second. He found it difficult, people.
That's right.
What do you mean? I'm not the layman.
I never. Actually, when's the last time we put out a video that's not 10:01 now?
That's
We are
literally
that's
your
what we do
channel.
now. There's actually
our
videos
channel.
we put out now that are literally 10:01.
Okay, getting back on topic. So
So that was the quest.
that was the quest. Now, what was the community's reception to that quest? How did they take it?
Well, it should be mentioned the sniper rifle is a throwback to an old, overpowered, adored sniper from Destiny 1. Black Spindle, which was, and before that was Black Hammer. So they brought that back. So obviously the community, it was a surefire win.
Right, I see. I mean, my observation, because I haven't done the quest because I don't have any. I'm not playing Destiny right now. I don't have any characters that high enough.
Raph hasn't done the quest.
But from what I've seen, it looked like everyone fucking loved it. Everyone was like, "Thank you. This is the Destiny we've been waiting for. We've been missing this," and people really saw it as a sign of things to come. Do you think that quest is indicative of the kind of quality that we can see in Forsaken, or does it feel like it's kind of a bit of an anomaly?
I don't know.
Here we go.
I don't know. It's impossible to say, but I guess the sentiment is, oh my god, if this is any sign of things to come, then nothing but net for this DLC.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. But then there's also the case, like, has the damage been done so hard that people just won't come back regardless of how good this DLC is?
Yeah, and I guess that's the biggest question. Like, do you feel like, because obviously it's heating up. Did you also see there was a trailer that was released today about the new exotics?
I did, yep.
Did you see? What did you think of those exotics?
Exotics look good. They play the hype game.
What we're seeing in the lead up to this is Bungie turning on that hype machine, or do you feel like there's actually some real stuff going to go on here? It's going to be a fantastic expansion. I'm super excited about it. Like, do you feel it's hype or it's real?
It's hype, but I think it's justified.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to be so careful even saying that in 2018. But I mean, I played Gambit at E3. Sure. It was incredible. I played with a bunch of the new stuff.
Good fun.
They've just said they're coming out with the new weapon system a week before Forsaken comes out, August 28th. So it's all just these drip feeds of hype, and guess we'll see.
But as I said, like the question before, like, do you think that this is going to bring people back? Like, if everyone drops amazing reviews, right, of this new DLC, do you think everyone's going to come back, or do you think that now, like, 4th, 5th time being bitten, people will not come back?
4th, 5th time, true.
Like, literally, though. It's like 4th or 5th time.
Would you be willing to swear before a judge and jury, having placed your hand on the good book and taken an oath before Almighty God himself?
Just give me that chance.
It's not even twice shy, it's like 20th shy now, but fucking whatever. What do you think?
I don't know.
Great answer from the Jez. This is what you tune in for. And we'll be right back.
Wait, what's the video at? I could ramble for 5 minutes.
Are we at 10:01 yet? Are we at 10:01?
I think it's perfectly valid for someone to say, like, I'm not coming back to Destiny because Bungie fucked me over.
Totally.
I also think it's perfectly valid for someone to say, Bungie fucked up. I didn't like what they did, but I like Destiny, so I'm going to come back despite the fact that they fucked up.
Yeah, I think there's different types of those people in the community. There's some people that are like, I hate this game now, I'm never coming back. There's some people like, I love Destiny, but I can't come back, and all they need is maybe 2 or 3 good reviews to come out. They're like, boom, I'm back on, baby.
Let's say, as an example, the Forsaken is the best DLC that we've ever seen. It's the best form of Destiny.
Better than Taken King.
And you're playing Destiny 2 at that point, and the game's released, and someone in your stream asks, hey man, should I buy this game now? What do you think? What would you say?
Post Forsaken?
Yeah, let's say Forsaken is the best thing ever. What would you say?
Oh, try it out, at least. Yeah, I'm actually already at the place where I would say, if you're somewhat of a Destiny fan, it's worth giving Forsaken a go, based on the new weapon system and just the immense fun factor that brought back. The power fantasy is back in Destiny.
That's a big deal.
You start playing and you're like, oh my god, this feels like Destiny 1.
Correct.
I feel so powerful. I'm having so much more fun. Gambit is amazing.
Gambit was fun. I did have a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yep, they're bringing out bows. Bows are super fun. We played with bows.
Yeah.
They're doing away with the annoying, like, trying too hard to be funny, jokey storytelling.
Please, get rid of that.
Yeah, so they were like, how do we do that? Let's just kill the main guy who was funny.
Yeah.
Let's kill him.
You know, 1 ounce of personality in that game is now gone.
That's right.
We had this generic guy in the first one, and the evil dude. Someone said on my stream that he was whitewashed Darth Vader. So true, it's so generic. Whatever.
Personally, I mean, Destiny, I'm of a view that I've been super pissed off with the commercials of Destiny. Like the way that product has been structured, the fact that product was released in the first place, the way they've charged for it, the Eververse, even right now, like having to pay for Forsaken and then the annual pass on top of that, I think all of that is fucked, right? I continue to maintain that all of that is fucked. However, at the same time, it's like, if it's a good game, then that's the price they're charging for it. That's the price that you choose to pay if you're a fan of Destiny. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people I speak to are like, look, I believe that it is a $70 a year investment that is money well spent. I personally feel that that is an obscene amount of money to charge, but if you're a really big Destiny fan, then that's what you're going to pay. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, look, I think that at the moment they are in damage control. They've been doing that now for the last year, the moment it was pretty much released. You know, games like No Man's Sky, of course, they're releasing free DLC and they're trying to repair that brand. They're trying to bring people back and they're trying to look like pro-consumer. I think that Destiny should be doing exactly the same thing. So all these DLCs, I think it should be free. You know, I really do think that...
All the DLCs? What's your view on the commercial?
Well, not all of them, not all of them, but like, you know, especially this one coming out now, it's like, guys, we're really trying to get it back to Destiny 1. It's like Destiny 0.5 at the moment. Like, I think it should be a situation where they understand that they owe a lot to the community. A lot was promised. It was a huge marketing campaign. A lot of it wasn't there. Get it to where it should be. Give us something back, like some DLC for free. Become a pro-consumer looking brand. And in the long run, you're going to position yourself correctly for Destiny 3.
What do you think, Jez? What do you think of the way that Bungie charges for their product?
There's a few things to mention. Should the DLCs be free? I don't really know. I don't know enough about business. I don't know if that's feasible. I don't know if Activision has some kind of thing where they're like, I'm sorry, lol, we're not doing that. Sure. I don't know if they're lolling behind closed doors. Like,
all the way to the bag.
So I don't know if that's a thing. What I will say is, to Bungie's credit, in terms of moving in the right direction and money well spent, the something minor controversy is that when the new sniper, the Spindle, that's not what it's called, whatever, when it came out, they also, the second that quest went live, the skins for the weapon also went live in the Eververse.
And you could only buy them from the Eververse, you couldn't earn them, correct?
You couldn't, I believe so, you couldn't earn them yet.
Right,
no, that is true, you couldn't earn them.
Okay, right.
You had to use silver, which is the purchasable currency.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, it's money that's made just for
Destiny 2.
It works just like regular money, but it's, fun.
Well, okay, if it's fun.
So you get an amazing quest. It's like, oh my god, incredible.
Yes.
Plus, at the same time, you get skins for that you can only purchase.
Yes. In saying that, the weapon looks good. First of all. Second of all, Eververse this season, over the past few months, has been so generous and so rewarding.
Sure.
If it had launched, like if Destiny 2 had launched with this Eververse, no one would have ever said anything about it.
I think that sometimes you can't have your cake and eat it too. If you've got this great quest and you get this great item, if they're trying to maybe monetize the skins, like, I don't find that to be
I wouldn't find that to be terrible, except in the context of we pay $60 for a game, plus the expansion pass for two really shitty DLCs,
Definitely.
plus also we're going to buy another expansion for $40, plus also an annual pass. At that point, I'm like, you have taken enough money. We should not be spending money on skins at that point.
I agree. I agree. What I'm saying, in this contained instance, if you look at just like, they give you a great quest, they give you a great item, maybe if they want to make some money off the skins, I'm cool with that. If they kind of like use that same exercise and that strategy in other areas of the game, that's probably the better way to monetize, in my opinion.
So, Jez, what are you most looking forward to about Forsaken? What's like the number one thing that you look at and you're like, please, yes, I cannot wait for that. I'm going to be playing so much Destiny because of that one thing.
It's the new weapon system.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Going back to the future.
Immediately, your core player experience goes from a 5 to a 9.
I agree with that because having experienced it myself, I'm like, yes, absolutely. It's even like if you boot up old Destiny 1, you're like, of course, this is how it should always have been. Why the fuck did you change it?
Yeah.
Totally agree. Yeah. I mean, look, I you know. It's going to be a really fascinating thing to observe because you've seen one of the... It's probably the most disappointing product launch of a major franchise ever, I want to say. Like, what can we think of an example that's been
Star
more
Wars Battlefront
disappointing?
2, hello.
I mean, but even then, like, people weren't... Like, the Star Wars Battlefront 2 community wasn't as invested in their product as the Destiny community was invested in this product.
Yeah.
And for it to release in this way, it was just this cataclysmic failure. Yeah. And I think it's going to be fascinating to observe the degree to which this either works or doesn't, because it's a huge play. It's a make or break moment for Bungie, for the franchise, and yeah, I guess we're just going to sort of see how it goes.
Yes.
But Jez, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much,
man.
Jez. We love you, appreciate
Always
you.
like having you here, buddy, and we'll definitely be doing some streams for Destiny, because I will be reviewing Forsaken. And
everybody's favorite hater boy is back.
That's right.
You heard it here first.
I thought you said you were done.
I know,
with
right?
Destiny.
Everyone heard this. He said he's never going back. He's a liar.
I never said that, by the way.
He did.
Fuck you.
Yes, he did.
That's the end of the video right now.
Love you guys.
My name is Jeff.